to the Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke! I'll have that on screen probably next recording. How's everyone doing today? Yes, we are diving into the Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. I have a test file, just was testing stuff out, getting layout, kind of laid out and everything. Real quick, I originally wanted to do all 3 of the Gen 3 Hoenn games, so Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, and had them in one, crazy convoluted game. But, excuse me. I decided against it because I also felt like that was going to be way too much work on my end of things, because I would have to cut. I'd have to plan out where I wanted to cut for certain points to splice in the new footage for the new Pokemon, so on and so forth, and change screens every time. So I just figured, why not? I'll just do Emerald. Emerald is, of course, it's the third game of the series behind Yellow and Crystal. So I figure let's go ahead and dive right on into a new game. Hopefully the type stays fast. And then just for laughs, we'll go that one. Why not? Okay, we'll see if the text stays fast, because still early generation, the text is rather slow. Alright, let's just dive in. I'll get into the rules when we get out of Professor Birch's explanation. Hi, sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Birch, but everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. This is what we call Pokemon. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon, at times as friendly playmates, and at times as cooperative workmates. And sometimes we band together and battle others like us. But despite our closeness, we don't know everything about Pokemon. In fact, there are many secrets surrounding Pokemon. To unravel Pokemon mysteries, I've been undertaking research. That's what I do. And you are... Alright, so we have our choice of gender. I'm going to go ahead and stick to the boy for this go-around. No offense to Meg. He always has been planned to be a boy in Emerald, in my idea of 3. Alright, but I did... I had named him Eric, but he's gonna be Ernie in my run here. His name's gonna be Ernie. Now, if the run should end and I restart the Nuzlocke at any point, I will probably pick May for the next run. Okay, you're Ernie, who's moving to my hometown of Littlewood. I get it now. Alright, are you ready? Your very own adventure is about to unfold. Take courage and leap into the world of Pokemon where dreams, adventure, and friendships await. Well, I'll be expecting you later. Come see me in my Pokemon lab. Now, I've been playing this game since 2005, and actually even before then with Ruby and Sapphire. Why am I in the back of the moving truck? How far did we have to go? My parents are just like, stick him in the back, it's fine. Alright, real quick, we're going to go over the rules while I'm standing here at the back of the truck. For the Nuzlocke, standard Nuzlocke rules apply, 1 Pokemon per area, and if a Pokemon dies, it goes into a graveyard box. Sometimes it's just released, depending on how you're playing, but the Pokemon cannot be used again if it should happen to faint. It is considered dead and no longer usable. Standard variation rules apply, duplicate clause. Doing my testing, I found a Pokemon 3 times in my testing area, and I hadn't even gotten to the first city yet. So, or the first city, not town, city. Important distinction here. So duplicate clause there. Standard shiny clause, but you have to find a shiny. It does not count towards any route encounter. There is a... Oh, hang on. My brain is not wanting to rules. Event Pokemon, specifically for this game, because you don't get your starter in the Pokemon Professor's lab. You don't get it in Birch's lab. You actually get it elsewhere. It is considered an event Pokemon. Any event Pokemon does not count towards your encounter. And as in the Pokemon Silver Nuzlocke, they will go in their own special box when I get them, and they will be considered almost like a last resort kind of Pokemon, versus, let's say, catching one elsewhere. So legendary clause also goes, should I happen to find a legendary in a route that I already have. I don't think that's too that primarily dealt with Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, for as they are the roaming legendaries. I don't believe there are any roaming legendaries this time around. I think everybody's pretty stationary, so but just in case. With that being said, let's walk out the back of the truck here and head inside. Ernie, we're home, honey. It must be tiring grinding with the things in the moving truck. Why'd you put me back there? Well, this is Little Root Town. How do you like it? This is our new home. It has a quaint feel, but it seems to be an easy place to live, don't you think? And you get your very own room, Ernie. Let's go inside. See, Ernie, isn't it nice in here too? The movers Pokemon do all the work of moving us in and cleaning up after. This is so convenient. Ernie, your room is upstairs. Go check it out here. Dad bought you a new clock to mark our move here. Don't forget to set it. Alright, so we got ourselves a couple of moving Pokemon. So we will go ahead, head upstairs. Alright, Dad, also the first time, if I remember right, that a dad figure has been mentioned in the games here, and he's there's a very important reason why. Alright, so we get the Hoenn map. You see we're here in Little Root Town. All sorts of water over here, a lot of water. A lot of land too, but a lot of water, especially over in this section here. Evergrande City. Or Grande, however you want to pronounce it. Adventure Rule number 1, open the menu with start. Adventure Rule number 2, record your progress with save. Alright, let's go ahead and set the clock. Okay, so... just showing you kind of what time this is as I'm recording. Excuse me. Ernie, how do you like your new room? Good, everything's put away neatly. They finished moving everything downstairs, too. Pokemon movers are so convenient. Oh, you should make sure that everything's there on your desk. Alright, so we're gonna open up our computer. We already looked at the book. We're gonna grab the potion that's in the box here. We got a mailbox, no mail, and we can decorate if we get any decorations. Oh, Ernie, come quickly! Look, it's Petalburg Gym. Maybe Dad'll be on. Brought you this from in front of Petalburg Gym. Oh, it's over. I think Dad was on, but we missed him. Too bad. Oh yes, one of Dad's friends lives in town. Professor Burke is his name. He lives right next door, so you should go over and introduce yourself. Okay, so we gotta go next door. After we explore town for a brief moment. Excuse me, first thing first. Huh? Professor Birch? The professor's away on fieldwork. Ergo, he isn't here. Oh, let me explain what fieldwork is. It is to study things in the natural environment like fields and mountains, instead of a laboratory. The professor isn't one for doing desk work. He's the type of person who would rather go outside and experience things rather than read about them here. Kind of weird. Come on, dude. It's a book that's too hard to read. Oh. It's a PC used for research, better not mess around with it. Okay. Okay, fine. I don't touch anything in here. where do you two stay? There's only 3 houses here. Professor Birch spends days in his lab studying, then he'll suddenly go out in the wild to do more research. Why does Professor Birch spend time at home? If you use PC, you can store items in Pokemon. The power of science is staggering! Little Root Town, a town that can't be shaded any hue. A little bit of a jump there. Professor Birch's house. Birch's house, excuse me. Oh, hello, and you are? Oh, you're Ernie, our new next-door neighbor. Hi, we have a daughter about the same age as you. Our daughter was excited about making a new friend. Our daughter is upstairs, I think. Can't you just say her name?
Hi, neighbor. Do you already have your own Pokemon?
Sure don't, kiddo. Alright, show the time. It's a GameCube. Game Boy Advance is connected to the Surface controller. Hi! Huh? Who are you? Oh, you're Ernie, so you moved us today. I'm May. Glad to meet you. I have this dream of becoming friends with Pokemon all over the world. I heard about you, Ernie, from my dad, Professor Birch. I was hoping that you would be nice, Ernie, and that we could be friends. Oh, this is silly, isn't it? I've just met you, Ernie. Oh, no, I forgot. I was supposed to go help Dad catch some wild Pokemon. Ernie, I'll catch you later. That's the wrong way. Pokemon fully restored, items ready, and okay. We'll leave the Pokeball there. So, Birch is nowhere to be found. Oh, hi, little girl.
Hi! There's scary Pokemon outside! I can hear their cries! I want to go see what's going on, but I don't have any Pokemon! Can you go see what's happening for me?
Help me! Hello? You over there? Please, help! In my bag! There's a Pokeball! Alright, so we've got our 3 Pokemon! I'm gonna keep with the color theming for our starter. Even though Torkick would be helpful, so would Mudkip. If I say Pokemon names wrong, my bad. But we're gonna go ahead and go with Trico. Of course, my biggest fear of finding a shiny is finding it here in the intro fight against the Zigzagoon here. All right, Trico. This is my second run through of the opening here. This is also the second time I've gotten a female Trico. That's wild. And I think it's only like a 13% chance you can actually get a female starter. And I've gotten it twice! Alright, we defeated Zigzagoon. I was on the tall grass studying while Pokemon while I was jumped. You saved me, thanks a lot. No? Hi, you're Ernie. This is not the place to chat, so come by my Pokemon lab later, okay? So, Ernie, I've heard so much about you from your father. I've heard that you don't have your own Pokemon yet. But the way you battled earlier, you pulled it off with a plum. I guess you have your father's blood in your veins after all. Oh, yeah, as thanks for rescuing me, I'd like you to have the Pokemon you used earlier. I got the Trico. While you're at it, why not give it a name? Give a name to that Trico. Alright, so I don't have a naming theme going on this time. It's gonna be names that are really just coming out off the top of my head, and for some reason, I want to name Trico Janet, but I don't want to do that. Yes, why not? Poor Trico here is going to be named Janet. If you work at Pokemon and gain experience, I think you'd make an extremely good trainer. My kid May is also studying Pokemon while helping me out. Ernie, don't you think it might be a good idea to go see May? They should be happy too. Get me to teach you what it means to be a trainer. Alright. So, let's go and take a look at our wonderful Pokemon, Janet. Janet the Trico. Some of the new upgrades that we've gotten in Pokemon are abilities, natures, at least in Generation 3, Pokemon contests. So let's go over the ability real quick. Abilities give each Pokemon something different. In this case, for Trico, its ability is Overgrow, ups grass moves in a pinch. In that case, I think it's 20. If its health drops under 25%, so down in the red, grass moves get upgraded. It gets an increase. Natures determine what stats grow how. So, for example, Trico Janet here is docile, met at level 1 or met at level 5 on Route 101. Our special attack is higher at 13. This is also the first game that really delves into the physical special split. Decent speed. Defense is low, so no lot of physical. Also tells us what kind of moves are what. Rearrange, you don't need any hit select anymore. And now we have contest moves, and I'll get to that when we get to the contest. But there are five categories. And again, I'll get more than that when we get to the contest. But you can see, Tough or Pound is a tough move, while Leer is cool. You can combo moves together to get better, essentially get better things going there. But enough about my rambling. Let's go on. Alright, so little girl's now down here.
You saved Professor Birch, I'm so glad!
No, that's the voice I gave her, but that's the voice she now ended up with. Alright, so now we can actually freely wander around Route 101. The Nuzlocke does not start until I get Pokeballs, so if I have to defeat a Pokemon, wild Pokemon will jump out at you in the tall grass. If you want to catch Pokemon, you have to go in the tall grass and search. Yep. Up until we get back down here to Little Root after talking to May, that's when we start. May will hand us Pokeballs. So, no Pokeballs yet for us here. If Pokemon get tired, take them to a Pokemon Center. There's a Pokemon Center in Oakdale Town, right close by. Alright, if we actually had a Pokeball, this would be our encounter! A Poochyena. Level 2. Okay. Bop! Bop! Okay, definitely we'll have to do, we'll do some grinding in the future. For, like, Poochyena there. You know, if we have to catch Poochyena in the grass that was level 2, we'd do some grinding. I'd probably do the grinding off screen, as long as it didn't involve an evolution. Alright, hello to the Pokemon Center. Well, we restore your tired Pokemon to full health. Would you like to rest your Pokemon? Alright, I'll take your Pokemon for a few seconds. Da-da-da. Bop. Thank you for waiting. We restored your Pokemon to full health. Hope to see you again. That PC in the corner there is for any Pokemon trainer to use. Naturally, that means you're welcome to use it too. The Pokemon Wireless Club on the second floor was built recently, but they say they're still making adjustments. Pokemon Centers are great! You can use their services as much as you like, and it's all for free. You never don't have to worry. That's handy. Alright, we're gonna come over here to this house real quick. On Pokemon Battle, they eventually level up and become stronger. If the Pokemon with you become stronger, you'll be able to go further away from here. Yeah, that's true. Dad might like this program. I'm sitting here watching somebody else's television. Hi, I work at Pokemon Mart. Can I get you to come with me? This is the Pokemon Mart. Just look for a blue roof. We sell a variety of goods, including Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. Here, I'd like you to have this as a promotional item. Got a potion. A potion can be used anytime, so it's even more useful than a Pokemon Center in certain situations. I wanted to take a rest, so I'm saving my progress here. Alright, inside the mart we go. The clerk says they're all sold out. I can't buy any Pokeballs. If Pokemon gets hurt and loses its HP and faints, it won't be able to battle. To prevent your Pokemon from fainting, restore its HP with a potion. Welcome. Yep, nope, so we have potions, antidotes, paralyzed heals, and awakenings. I could have used Pokeballs, but I get why we don't want to get a Pokeball going right away. Alright, we'll come into this house here. When a Pokemon battle starts, the one at the left of the list goes out first. So when you get more Pokemon in your party, try switching around the order of your Pokemon. It could give you an advantage. Type advantage and the like. Excuse me. Alright. Our Route 103 encounter would have been a Zigzagoon. We'll find another one when we come back. This direction. Pound. About. Okay, I'll take that. Pound. Probably heard boo just then. Alright, level 6. We got +2 to HP, +1 to everything else. I'm gonna have to double check. Editor will probably put it at the top. What does Docile do? For stats. We also got Absorb. That'll help. That'll come in handy. That'll take advantage of our special attack stat. It'll give us Stab, which is same type attack bonus. It's 1.5 times. My Pokemon is staggeringly tired. I should have brought a potion. Alright, so now I got a Poochyena. This is going to be perfect to try. Ooh, level 4, too. This is going to be perfect to try. Absorb on. Solid. Probably will have to use a potion. But 4. We fight May the way we're going here. I'll go ahead and use a potion. We have a couple. It's not like I don't have the money to buy them. Almost level 7 too. Look at that. So we're gonna go with our potion here. We're gonna, or a bag, go to our potion. Use the potion just so we have full health going into our fight with May here. Let's see. The Pokemon found on Route 103 include. I can help you with that. It's a Zigzagoon and Poochyena. Oh, hi, Ernie. Oh, I see. My dad gave you a Pokemon as a gift. Since we're here, let's have a quick battle. I'll give you a taste of what a trainer is like. Alright, Pokemon Trainer May, she sends out Torkick. Continuing the theme of early generation trainers having a Pokemon that you were, or Pokemon type that you are weak to. Thankfully, this battle is going to be a little bit easier since Torkick doesn't have Ember. Ooh, crit hit. That's not great. I'm not going to gamble. We're going to go ahead and use that potion, that other potion. Yeah, especially since that last pound was going to crit. Alright, level 7 for Janet. Awesome. Oh, there we go. Match, special attack, defense, and HP got 2s. Almost level 8 too. Go Janet. Wow, that's great, Ernie. You're pretty good. Got $300. That's enough for a potion. I think I know why my dad has an eye out for you now. I mean, you just got that Pokemon, but you don't know where he likes you. You might be able to befriend any kind of Pokemon easily. Well, it's time to head back to the lab. Thankfully, we can hop down ledges to make this one a little easier. Just make this trip back a little bit faster. I am going to go ahead and stop in here. And inside the Pokemon Center. Okay. We're gonna hop down here. Ernie, over here! Let's hurry home! And again, down the cliffs we go. And head all the way into the Pokemon Center. Or to the Pokemon Lab. Excuse me. Oh, hi, Ernie! I heard you beat May in your first try. That's excellent! May's been helping with my research for a long time. May has an extensive history as a trainer already. Here, Ernie, I remember this from my research, but I think you should have this Pokedex. Thank you. The Pokedex is a high-tech tool that automatically makes a record of any Pokemon you meet or catch. My kid May goes everywhere with it. Whenever my May catches a rare Pokemon or records its data in the Pokedex, why, May looks for me while I'm out doing field work and shows me. Oh, wow, Ernie, you got a Pokedex too? That's great, just like me. I've got something for you too. She gives me Pokeballs. It's fun if you can get a lot of Pokemon. I'm gonna look all over the place because I want different Pokemon. If I find any cute Pokemon, I'll catch them with Pokeballs. Professor Birch is studying the habits and distribution of Pokemon. The professor enjoys May's help too. There's a lot of love there. Okay. And, well, hi Mom, what are you doing? Ernie, did you just introduce yourself to Professor Birch? Oh, what an adorable Pokemon. You got it from Professor Birch? How nice. You're your father's child, alright. You look good together with Pokemon. Here, honey, if you're going out on an adventure, wear these running shoes. They'll put a zip in your step. Alright, I put on the running shoes. Ernie, these shoes give us instructions. Press the B button while wearing these running shoes to run extra fast. Slip on these running shoes and race in the great outdoors. To think that you have your very own Pokemon now, your father will be overjoyed. But please be careful. If anything happens, you can come home. Go on, go get him, honey. Alright. Fun little tidbit, if you didn't go talk to your mom here, and just try to go on to your adventure, she would come over here and do the same sort of situation. You would get the running shoes regardless. But yes, now we can zip around Little Root Town. Look at me zoom! That's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I know not a lot happened here exciting except getting Janet Trico. But I figured these episodes could be up to an hour if I just let them go. I won't necessarily do that to all y'all. There's longer episodes. There's a longer episodes in every series coming soon. But for right now, thank you all so much for watching. Come back and join me next month in the Pokemon Emerald and Nuzlocke as I start my journey. Until then, I am the Baumeister, and as always, I've been obediently yours.